Rose Basketball Club is the first Unrivaled champion.
Angel Reese just snagged the first ever Unrivaled championship, and honestly, you'd think she single-handedly revived women's basketball with the way some people are acting. She won a championship with zero competition, and now she's out here flexing with that trophy like she just single-handedly saved the WNBA. Meanwhile, the ratings are screaming for help. They dipped faster than a bad haircut, clocking in a staggering 260,000 viewers for the championship game. Yep, that's right. The game that was supposed to define the future of the...
I'm doing well. Just won $50K on a flight. I know you are very aware, and I'm sorry to break it to you, but I'm on a rookie contract, and that $50K was a little more than half of my contract, so I have to keep that to myself.
Unrivaled ratings video. The playoffs are finished. The championship game has concluded. The numbers are in. After debuting with 313,000 viewers, Games 1, Games 2 on opening night, after having ratings for the 1v1 tournament, semifinals, and final, averaging 377,000 viewers, the Unrivaled championship game ratings comes in at a staggering 260,000.
Couldn't even get 500,000 eyes on it. But hey, let's not rain on Angel's parade. She might have just pulled off a historic moment that will be enshrined right next to winning a participation trophy and showing up to work on time. That's right, folks. This league is as competitive as your local 3-on-3 tournament. But sure, let's all celebrate the Unrivaled champion, because who needs actual competition when you can just dominate in an empty gym, right? And speaking of domination, how about Angel's self-proclaimed title of Defensive Player of the Year? I mean, come on. The woman flailed
and just became 50K richer, you feel me? Because they just won the Unrivaled League first ever championship, man. I ain't gonna hold y'all. If y'all missed this Unrivaled season, yo, you missed one hell of a good one and a competitive one. And shout out to Chelsea Gray, yo, for winning the finals.
Rebound like it's a highlight reel, and somehow that qualifies as defensive excellence. But don't worry, the stats say it's true. Because we all know that stats never lie and definitely aren't pumped up by a PR team working overtime to make her out to be the second coming of Dennis Rodman. Pure skill and heart, right? Totally not manufactured. And let's not forget the Unrivaled League itself. Oh, it's unrivaled, alright. Unrivaled in the sense that nobody else is playing in it. The competition was so thin you could see right through it. I mean, being the best in a league where half the big names didn't even bother to show up is the ultimate flex. But yeah, go ahead, fans, take your victory laps. Because
and one Angel Reese has been named the Defensive Player of the Year. Stab us all right in the eye hole, right? Oh my goodness. Oh, her fans, they're trying to take victory laps today over this, except a lot of people... A lot of hoops fans, real basketball fans are calling this for what it is. It's a
get out of the basement. The Unrivaled League and the Angel Reese saga. What a time to be alive. Honestly, if this league were any more unrivaled, we have to start calling it the Invisible Championship, because at this point, it's more of a solo show than a competition. Watching Angel Reese get crowned as the Defensive Player of the Year felt a little like giving a medal for most effort in a race where nobody else showed up. The hype around her is straight up comical, like walking into an empty gym, hitting a layup, and declaring yourself the MVP. Sure, babe, you got this. And of course, here come the fans celebrating when they're trying to convince us is revolutionary, except the numbers paint a different picture. The ratings are abysmal, and I'm talking... Maybe you should rethink your life choices bad. 260,000 viewers for the big championship? That's the type of viewership you get when you're trying to get people to watch paint dry on a cold Tuesday. But hey, she's got a brand to build, right? Might as well keep riding this wave of unrivaled success, because who needs actual competition when you've got all the right marketing buzz? Now, let's talk about that so-called Defensive Player of the Year award. Is this really the bar we're setting? Apparently, defensive excellence now means swiping at the...
Beat the Laces in a close one. They went and they lost to the Mist. The Mist were trying towards the end. They beat the Phantom. In a lot of close games, they played really well. And they played
Opponents like they just owe you money. But hold up, don't you dare question the greatness. You'll be labeled a hater or, God forbid, someone who doesn't respect women's basketball. Heaven forbid we have an actual conversation about the game rather than putting everyone on a pedestal based on Twitter mentions and exaggerated stats. Oh, and the real magic trick here? Turning routine basketball achievements into headlining news. Every block, every rebound, every little flex is analyzed to death, blown out of proportion, and elevated into some groundbreaking moment. Meanwhile, the real legends of the game are quietly putting in work without needing a full media parade every time they break a sweat. And speaking of a parade, let's all start prepping for the inevitable. The statue, the city name change, the annual Angel Reese Day. If this keeps up, we're about 2 weeks away from someone declaring her the greatest athlete of all time, right alongside Michael Jordan and Serena Williams. Now, let's talk about the unrivaled championship victory.
How they even decided the defensive player of the year, because I had a few players that I had in mind that could have won this award. But to say that Angel Reese wasn't playing good defense and didn't deserve this award, that would be a lie, man, because throughout the season, she had moments where not only did she lock up the best bigs or play great defense on the best bigs, she also stole the ball from some of the
Angel Reese Day. If this keeps up, we're about 2 weeks away from someone declaring her the greatest athlete of all time, right alongside Michael Jordan and Serena Williams. Now, let's talk about the unrivaled championship victory. Remember when Angel Reese was missing in action, off nursing that wrist injury? Turns out, the team played better without her. Who would have guessed that the Angel Reese show might just have been the thing holding the team back? No drama, no theatrics, just basketball. The team actually passed, defended, and won. Without her. Wild, right? But don't worry, Angel will be back soon with a fresh injury excuse or, better yet, a new conspiracy theory about how the universe is out to get her. And, of course, the victory laps from her fans are in full swing over a championship she didn't even play in. Let that sink in. Fans are celebrating like she led her team to victory when, in reality, her absence might have been the best thing to happen to them. The real kicker? While the league is gasping for air, trying to get anyone to care, Angel's out here acting like she just won the MVP of Twitter. What a flex.
And by the way, we're doing victory laps today. Angel Reese fans are celebrating a championship that she didn't even take part in the playoffs for. Are you serious right now? I would argue the team got better and won it because she didn't play.